Welcome to Academic Digest class. Dash is a device that accepts information and manipulates it for some results on a program on how the data is to be processed. The answer is computer. The first digital computer built during World War II is called ENIAC. The following are characteristics of a computer except IQ, intelligence quotient. Computer has speed, it has diligence, like it doesn't get tired. So it's not all of the above. IQ. The speed of a computer is measured in megahertz. Megahertz is frequency. Dash are extremely fast computers that can perform hundreds of millions of instructions per second. So the answer is supercomputer. Dash is a powerful multi-users computer capable of supporting many hundreds or thousands of users simultaneously. The answer is mainframe computer. Dash is a multi-user computer capable of supporting up to hundreds of users simultaneously. So be noting where we said thousands and hundreds, so and millions. So here is multi-user computer capable of supporting up to hundreds of users simultaneously. The answer is mini computer. Dash is a single small user computer that is based on a microprocessor, personal computer. Dash is a more powerful single user personal computer, workstation. Option A is the answer. Computers were developed from calculators. If you know the origin, in the olden days, they used to call women calculator because they take lesser fee to perform tasks that men charge more. So it started from there. Computers were developed from calculators. So that's in the olden days, they used to call women computer. So anything that makes life easy. So before they now invented computer, invented calculator. Dash is known as the father of computers, Charles Babbage. Dash is known to be the first mechanical calculating device used to perform addition and subtraction easily and speedily. Abacus. Abacus is the answer. In 1617, John Napier of Scotland invented a calculating device called Napier bones. In 1642, Blaise Pascal of France invented an adding machine called Pascal's calculator. In the year 1671, Dash defied the Pascal calculator to develop a machine which could perform calculation. Gottfried Leibniz defied it. Dash invented the analytical engine, Charles Babbage. Dash invented the analytical engine, Charles Babbage. Dash is the founder of IBM, International Business Machine, Herman Hollerith. And this IBM, Microsoft's Bill Gates' mother was among the, should I say, board of chairmen. So she actually got a contract, one of the first the contract that made Bill Gates what he is, was given to him by this IBM. It's a long story. So the first electronic computer was electronic numerical integrator and calculator. You can see that the book is getting old. The first digital computer was ENIAC. All computers built from 1941. So see the outline I normally use for my students. First generation 1946 to 1956 is always like within space of 10 years. Second generation 1956 to 1966. Third generation 1966 to 1976. Fourth generation 1976 to 1986. Then from 1986 downwards is now what we call AI, the artificial intelligence, the fifth generation. So however they put it, once you see 1940 something, know it's first. You see 1950 something, know it's second generation. 1960 something, you know it's third generation. 1970 something, you know it's fourth generation. So the first computers, all computers built from 1941 to are called first generation computers. Almost all the early computers were based on vacuum tube technology. In the second generation computers, vacuum tube were replaced by transistors. All computers built from 1960 to 1965 are called third generation computers. So once you see 1960 something, some books you see 1964, some you see 1963, some you see 1966. So the following are first generation computers except COBOL. So ENIAC, EDVAC, EDSAC. So it was as if air was raining. Electronic in those days was raining for first generation. Now, the following are second generation computers except, so you see where that COBOL belongs, second generation. So the following are second generation computer except ENIAC. Once you see any computer named that time they believed in electronic, so you know it's first. In the third generation computers, transistors were replaced by integrated circuits. So that means the first generation was vacuum tube. Second generation of computer was transistor. Third generation integrated circuits. Then the fourth generation should be microprocessor. So let's go. VTIM. I normally give it an acronym, VTIM. Vacuum tube transistor integrated circuits microprocessor. Okay. All computers built from 1965 to 1975 are called, see that difference. In the other question, they asked 1960 here, 1965. So once you see 1960 something, it's third generation computer. In the second generation computers, dash were the major devices. Magnetic tapes. In the second generation computers, magnetic tapes were the major devices used for data storage. All computers built from 1975 are called fourth generation computer. All computers built from 1981 to date are called fifth generation computers, what you call artificial intelligence, AI. If you need a copy of this material, you can message me and drop it on the comment section. We'll find way to arrange for that. The fifth generation computers were based on the concept of artificial intelligence. The best known supercomputer were based on the concept of Cray research. The best known supercomputer were based on the concept of Cray research. Let's check number 32. The following are uses of supercomputer except all of the above. So what you have here, they are all uses of supercomputer. Weather forecasting, scientific simulations, fluid dynamic calculations, they are all uses of supercomputer. Dash are based on the microprocessor technology. Personal computers, they are based on the microprocessor technology. At home, the most popular use of personal computer is for dash and dash, playing games and surfing the net. That's true. So personal computer, that's why it's personal. So when you talk about accounting, publishing, accounting, word processing, and the rest, you're thinking of mainframe, supercomputers. So you need to know that. The following are uses of personal computer in business, except we can use personal computer just like your laptop that you have. You can use it for accounting, you can use it for word processing, you can use it for desktop publishing. But for business, you don't use it to play game unless maybe you have a game house. So playing games, except playing games. One of the first and most popular personal computers was the Apple II. IBM was desktop, Macintosh desktop, so it's Apple. Desktop mode are sometimes referred to as desktop mode are sometimes referred to as slimline models. Laptop computers are more frequently called slimline no models, PDAs, pocket computers. The answer is notebook computers. Laptop computers are more frequently called notebook computers. Handheld computers are called PDAs. PDA is an acronym for Personal Digital Assistant. Personal Digital Assistant. The PDAs are also called dash except. So let's check for number 42. So the PDAs are also called dash except slimline models. Slimline model is for desktop. So there can be called personal digital assistant, there can be called palm tops, handheld, pocket computers. So number 43. Dash consists of the physical parts of the computer, hardware. You know that physical, the part you can touch is hardware. The one that is inside the computer that you can't touch is called software. Okay, dash consists of all the programs that you and the computer are to perform, that you use. Dash consists of all the programs that you and the computer use to perform task, software. So those ones inside, like your Facebook, all the apps, those browsers, all those things inside, the documents created, they are all softwares. But when you print it out, it becomes a hardware, that paper, or you say hard copy. The two essential pieces of software found in all computers are the dash and dash. So the answer is operating system and BIOS information. Operating system and BIOS information. Number 46. Dash identifies the hardware on the computer and in early computers was part of the hardware BIOS. Devices which are not an integral part of the CPU are referred to as peripherals. Peripherals, like your wire, the wiring, the cable, things you come and attach to get maybe sound or to get like your USB cable and all that. You think it will. Let's go. Dash are hardware devices which take information from the user and convert it into electrical signals and transmit it to the processor. Input devices are hardware devices that take information from the user and convert it into electrical signals and transmit it to the processor. Input devices. Dash are hardware devices that take data from the computer system and convert it to a form that can be interpreted by humans. Output devices. Dash are responsible for processing of information within the computer system. Processing devices. Dash are responsible for the processing of information within the computer system. Processing devices. I hope you know that this processor thing is what made Charles Babbage the father of computer, because the analytical engine he built in future years is what you call CPU today. So that was what he tried to establish back then. So these are the first 50 computing questions we have for you today. Next class will continue.